Welcome to the Serenity Solutions podcast number 46. Today's going to be a little bit of a mixed bag. We have a blood moon in Virgo tonight, and it's also a total lunar eclipse, meaning symbolism such as transformation, changes, letting things go, making goals, and connecting to new beginnings. Virgo tend to be quite organized and detailed and want that detail in most things that they do from what I've encountered. So maybe we're coming into a time where we're letting things go. I researched a little bit, talked about letting go of perfectionism and stuff like that and transforming into like more of a flow is what I got from that. So what I generally sorry, I haven't been around for a while. I've been sick a couple times where I was like, it's lasted for a few weeks after, and my voice is not something you really want to listen to. And then now it's kind of like allergy season / residual virus coughing voice issues, but I'm here. And sometimes I just do these on a whim now where I'm in the mood for it. I'm outside, soaking up the energy of the moon, have a candle going in the hot tub. As zen as I can be until I get interrupted. So today I'm feeling like the collective is burning out, on the verge of burning out, tired. Even people that usually have energy, including myself, feeling a little drained at the moment. And so I also feel grief in the collective as well. And I'm a counselor, so I deal with a lot of grief on a daily basis in my personal life, but also in my professional life. So I'm going to, first of all, pull some cards from a Healing Grief deck by, David Kessler. I should have went with my intuition, because that is also something that is blooming and more, it says we're going to be highly intuitive at this time. So I'm just going to pull 3 cards from the healing deck, the grief healing deck. And then I'm going to do a little mindfulness exercise, a bit of manifest your dreams quotes, and then I'm going to do a numerology poll to see what the collective needs right now, what we are encouraged to do, and just kind of, I find it fun and figure other people might too. So I've shuffled the healing grief cards. So the first card I've pulled randomly, and all of this stuff is going to be random. I like doing it randomly because I feel better doing things in the moment, and I feel like it's more fun and means the universe is actually sending this to us. On my walk tonight, I saw an owl first, and then a bald eagle. When I was looking for the owl, and then there happened to be a bald eagle at the top of the tree too. So that was quite cool. And knowing that it is a full moon tonight, I'm sure there's other creatures wandering around as well, which maybe not make me that smart being in here, but we're okay. Alright, so the Understanding Grief card says, you don't get over grief, you learn to live with it in your heart forever. And I'm not sure if I've ever seen like a more true statement. We don't get over grief. It's hard, long term, forever. If we lose someone we really love, we miss them, but we do learn to live with it, and it does get a bit easier with time. It doesn't go away. You're always like, oh, I wish I could see them, wish I could hug them, wish I could talk to them. If you believe in that, you can talk to them, and that bald eagle symbolizes my father for me, so that is very comforting, especially when, you have a tough day or you experience stress. So it is comforting for me to see special animals like that, and the owl like right before. It was interesting. But anyways, these are kind of like reflection healing cards as well. So whatever you get from it, reflect on that for a moment. So you don't get over grief, you learn to live with it in your heart forever. And that's like, what comes to mind for me is like, they're always with you, watching over you, there to guide you, there to help you, they're protecting you, all those kind of things, if that can be of any comfort to anybody. Okay, my next card is about healing, and it says, remember your past, cherish your memories, don't live only there, you are still alive, look around yourself today, see the new day, you are still making memories, there is more of life to come, trust the process. So I love that, and the other thing I love is that this is a 3-part deck, and so far I've pulled 2 different sections of the deck, but like I've just shuffled and randomly pulled them, so it's cool that I'm getting different sections, like subtitles, I guess you could say. So the healing one, I'm going to say again, remember your past, cherish your memories, don't live only there, you are still alive, look around yourself today, see the new day, you are still making memories, there is more of life to come, and trust the process. So what comes to mind, and these are totally random again, but like, for me, that reminds me, like, cherish your memories, they're always going to be with you, those are amazing, like, take the pictures, take the videos, take the voice, like, keep the voice notes, but don't live only there, and don't feel guilty for living your life and being happy, because your loved ones would want you to live your life in a happy way. That's all they would want for you, right? You're still making memories. Again, don't feel guilty for going on a trip or going on an adventure or being happy or smiling or laughing, because I know often when you're grieving, you do feel guilty for those kind of things. Even young kids, I feel, well, I know when I see them, they talk about that. So, in a different way than adults, but trust the process of like that too. And I believe that those people or pets or like anyone that we're close with really do stay with us and guide us and help us through the rest of our lives, and to trust that process is so important. Okay, the third card, let's see what we're meant to. Okay, the next one is about understanding grief again. So we didn't get that third subtitle, but that's okay. So it says, grief is a reflection of love. Most would rather love and grieve than to have never experienced their loved one in this lifetime. So that one reminds me of like when you get another dog or cat right away. You can't get another human after losing your humans, but generally I tend to get another pet right away if I lose one, just because I'm so used to taking care of them. I love them. It's really hard for me when I lose them, and I just want to give that love to another animal. And so not only that, but your grief is a reflection of that love, so don't feel guilty for being, sad for a long period of time, or don't ever let anyone judge you for still grieving years later. It's definitely normal. And most would rather love and grieve than to have never experienced. So, like, some people say they're not getting another dog ever again because it's so hard to say goodbye, and I understand that completely, because it rocks your world when that happens, and the same with humans. But like, it's better to have had that love, than not to have had that love, and to have those memories that you can cherish, and that relationship. And if it was a human or an animal, all the things that they've taught you, those things are still with you all the time. And I try and make a point of spreading those messages that my father taught me, and anyone else that I've lost that are so special to me. And of course, my animals have taught me so much. So just like loving that you had that relationship and you still have that spiritual relationship if you believe in that. And then, rather than not to have ever had that, right? So those are the 3 grief cards for anybody that's grieving, and I hope those are helpful for someone tonight. I'm sure they will be. And if you want to reflect and comment in the comments, if anything came up for you, I highly appreciate that. So the next thing I'm going to do is read a little quote from the Mindfulness Journal. It's about journaling, mindfulness, and creating your best self. And this is just a book I got from the dollar store. It doesn't really have an author, but it's not listed. But it does have some quotes that have authors. So this first one is, sometimes you wake up, sometimes the fall kills you, and sometimes when you fall, you fly, by Neil Gaiman. And for me, that one just like, sometimes you wake up, sometimes the fall kills you, and sometimes when you fall, you fly. Just like how it's okay to fail and start again. And like, this is a good time for that quote because we're letting go of things, maybe imperfections, maybe being too, focusing too much on perfectionism and letting go of those things, following our intuition because it's heightened right now, and then setting new goals and restarting and resetting and new beginnings. So that's fitting. The next thing I'm going to do is just a little bit of a journal exercise for you. And so if you have a pen and paper, you can pause this after I read this and then maybe reflect a little bit yourself if you need some calming time. Are your relationships adding positive or negative value? Is the question. Do you sometimes feel drained after spending time with certain people and uplifted and energized when you're around others? So that's the reflection question. So do you sometimes feel drained after spending time with certain people and then uplifted and energized when you're around others? And it says, list the relationships that add positive and negative value to your life and explain why. So that's the journal exercise. Again, I hope that's helpful for someone tonight, just to take some time to calm, reflect on your relationships and what ones are adding value to your life, which ones are taking away, and maybe you can make some changes after this full moon tonight. It was pretty full last night. I actually got some pictures, but tonight at 3:33, which is an angel number, it's going to be blood red if you look up in the sky. If you happen to be awake, I might be, because my dog tends to wake me up in the night. So if he happens to wake me up at 3:33, I might go outside and take a picture. Okay. So the next thing I'm doing is manifest your dreams quotes from another. Oh, there is an author for this one. It's Mary Wollstonecraft Shelley. Oh, that's the quote on the back. So there may not be an author for this book either. I don't know why the dollar store doesn't give authors to their books, but there's a bunch of authors within the book because there's a bunch of quotes. I'm just going to pick a few quotes about manifesting because this is like a cute little manifest your dreams book, and this moon is a good time to manifest. So the first one is, friends are as companions on a journey who ought to aid each other to persevere in the road to a happier life. And that's by Pythagoras. So friends are as companions on a journey who ought to aid each other to persevere in the road to a happier life. So symbolism of support, that's cool. I met a cool lady on Friday, walked with her dog and my dog last night, and it was such a cool experience, and got to see the full moon, and it's just neat to connect with people and build new relationships, and maybe it's a sign of letting go of certain people maybe, and then finding other new people as well. All right, the next quote is, "The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it," by Epictetus. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. Yeah, so being able to achieve a goal always feels so much better when it's such a difficult thing to attain versus something that's easy to attain, of course. All right, last manifest your dreams quote. "Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart." And that's by Psalm 27:14. So that's, "Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart." Sounds like needing to be patient and courageous, and then you'll become stronger, which makes sense. Okay. The last thing I'm going to do here tonight is pull a numerology card from my numerology guidance card deck by Michelle Buchanan. And there's a little guidebook. So I'm just going to shuffle and just ask, what do we need to know? What's happening for us right now? The collective that's listening to this, people who may benefit from this. What do we need to know? I'm just shuffling the cards. I'm going to pull it randomly again. What will help us in this journey with this total lunar eclipse and this blood moon that I don't think it's going to be around for a while again. Many years, actually. Okay. I'm going to go closer to the top, but not quite. I'll count how many, because that's interesting. Which number of card down? Oh, cool. Okay. So I'm just going to count the number of cards I chose down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's really hard to say 6, 7 without like 6, 7 in my head because these kids say it all the time. What number was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's a lucky number. So it was 11 spots down in the deck. And the number is 32. And the word is music. That's an interesting card to pull. I definitely take comfort in listening to music. I love the lyrics. I like learning about different song lyrics and what the musician intended when they wrote it, and the feelings you get and the memories that you tie to music. And it's definitely a stress reliever for me. So maybe we need more music in our lives. I listen to music pretty much all the time that I'm allowed to listen to. And even at school, in my office, when I'm seeing kids, I have calming music on usually, because it's comforting for everybody, I feel. Most people, some kids don't like it. They're like, "What's that noise?" Or some kids find it depressing when the calming music is on. But yeah, and so sometimes if we're being mindful and we're doing mindfulness cards together, sometimes it'll be like, play your favorite song and listen to one instrument in that song and focus. That's like a mindfulness exercise you can do actually if you want, or do with your kids. And just focus on one instrument for the whole song, only one, like the drums or whatever. And so I'm just going to read the message of number 32 music, and I've never pulled this one before. So it'll be interesting to see what this says. This card indicates a need to listen to music you enjoy in order to improve your health, well-being, and overall quality of life. Playing, singing, composing, or listening to beautiful music that fills your heart with joy automatically raises your vibration and enhances your connection to Source. Because you attract what you feel in this magnetic, vibrational world, when you consistently feel good, you can make your dreams come true. Music is the ultimate way to bring yourself into alignment, because it only takes a few minutes to sing your favorite song in the shower rather than worry about your day. Listen to inspirational music while driving rather than stress about the traffic, or play your favorite CD while doing housework rather than fret about the mess. CDs. This is an older guidebook, I guess. In order to improve your current situation, you are being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life. Cycles that are encouraging you to listen to music that you love. It truly has the power to heal your body and your life. When you fill your heart with music, you can manifest your dreams. And the affirmation is, the healing power of music brings me closer to my dreams. So that definitely resonates with me. Hopefully it does to others that are listening, and I'm sure it does because I know music kind of makes the world go round. So that is a really cool card to pull. And I will listen to that and play it even more often if I can. Sometimes I play it to go to sleep. I play it first thing in the morning. I play it in the middle of the night. I play it on my way to work, and I play it at work. So I'm not sure I can listen to music any more than I do already, but maybe attending some more live music shows in the near future will help. If that resonates with you, let me know. Any of these things, the grief cards, the mindfulness journal, the manifest your dreams quotes, or this last card pull, I'd love to hear back from you if it had an effect on you, and hopefully it helps somebody tonight. All right, I'm going to let you go and have a wonderful night. Short and sweet tonight. Stay calm, cool, serene, and I'll see you next time.